So, you clicked on this video. You're probably wondering, how do I make money? Or how do I invest my money? Because I've had some few successful raids. Well, I'm going to teach you how not to be this guy.
Away with you, vile beggar!
So, for the sake of this video, we're just gonna make a new character to showcase how to make them mad stacks of cash. And what we will do is that we will actually min-max the creation of this character for this to make it as fast, as simple as possible. So, the first thing we do, Aserai. Cheaper caravans, less trade penalty. Let's go. Perfect.
Nice.
And then when we were here, we wanted to make that this thing goes as high as possible. So they were merchants. And then I think it was numbers? Yes. And then we were very good with the market. And when we get older, we don't really care which one of these we take. Sure, doesn't really matter. And here we go with this thing. Okay, this doesn't matter either, so we're going with this. And we are Scrooge. Make everything easiest for the sake of this video. Otherwise, this works perfectly fine if you play on the hardest difficulty as well. Yes. We're going to skip the tutorial. Yes. Okay, we have just started. The absolute first thing that we... Oh yeah, family name. Okay, let's do this first. Butterlord. And do we have something that is like money based? We are the gold coin. Let's go. So the absolute first thing we want to do, get some recruits. It's not needed, really. We just want to have a few. We're gonna get rid of them afterwards. And we're going to watch for a village that sells some sort of, not livestock, but grain works, clay over there. That's great. So the first thing we do, since we spec to trade, this is going to be even easier. Oh, or we just fight. This is great. We got some stuff from that. We have to calculate it because we don't give it down. Just for the case, do that. Do these become peasants? They do not. Why I wondered about that is because we do want peasants. So now we're here. We're watching. See this green price here? This means that it's cheap. And since we're in a village and not a town, they don't increase in cost. So I just do this, and it's gonna be 15 all the time. So now I have 495. Great. We are gonna be slower now because we are over our carry capacity. You can see it here. But we're gonna fix that in the next town. So we're going straight over here. Oh. Okay, we're done with that. Not a big deal. Shit happens. So what we want to is to get over to that thing as fast as possible. Oh my god, can you not? Okay, we're done with them. Here, we can actually go in here, since we're going to need horses, a lot of them. So, we're just buying all these horses. Great. What horses... sorry. What horses does is that they increase our capacity. We're going to need a lot of these horses and the mules. They are the ones that increase it. Also camels, of course. And now we're in our first town. So what we want to check here is that The clay was not better to sell here, but we can do this real quick. Get rid of that shit. We're not gonna sell these actually, because this is another tip you might want to keep a look at. So what we do then is that we go here, buy some hardwood. You see that the cost is like, if we go up to 10, it's easier to keep a look at. Now it's 190 for the wood. Might showcase this as well also. If you look at the weapons here, you see we'll get 96 for that weapon, 24 and 55. What happens if we go into the smithy, go to refine, since we bought some wood, make some charcoal, and now we go here, smelt, 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 and smelt. We were not gonna get a lot of money from that, but if we look how much we'll get from this, just this iron right here, this one, is is the cost that all the weapons would have been if I just sold them. So that's just a profit straight there. So we sell that, and we sell that. Keep the hardwood and keep the charcoal for future smelting. And whilst we're here, we can check if there's anything else that's cheap around here. See, wine. Wine right here, that's cheap. Also food items, so it might disappear for us because of our trades. So we buy a few. We don't want to buy too much when we're in a big town, because you saw, as we buy items, the cost go up. We can buy some more clay. That's about it. Let's see, there were fur here too. That's not a great cost for fur. It's like 24. You can also see how much of a reduced cost it is. 22, 24 clay, 35. You see, usually you want to have a profit around 50%, but in the beginning you take what you get, just to get the money rolling. See, we're already back at above the amount we had when we started. And we've actually purchased that all. Did we have any more ponies around here? Silverware, we're gonna go to that place. Cheap. There. So we're going down to here real fast to get some more ponies. And since we're leveling up a lot, you just spam into this. And here, wholesaler. Really good. And buy products, buy the horses. This works as well. Everything that's cheap we'll just buy. Here you can see that they actually sell the clay for high, so we can actually go ahead and do that, and you will net gain a profit. How about the wine? It's not a profit. The fish is a profit, but we'll keep it because it's food, we're gonna need it. And then we're going over. We bought the ponies, yeah, that's right. So there was silver over here, wasn't it? Sheep works as well, like buying these, but then you actually have to have a know about how much they're usually worth, because they can't be tracked. So that's usually why you stay away from livestock. But I know cows is a good livestock to buy, because if you buy them for 100 or less, you can sell them for around 200, so you can net gain one cow completely. I'm not sure what the actual price of sheep are. It varies from town to town. We're going over to the silverware, and then we're going to buy products. It was not worth it, because we're not gonna have a net gain here. This is the normal price. So we're just gonna say goodbye to that. Hardwood works as well. Can go over to that and check. This was actually cheaper, so all of this will be 18 gold coins. It will not increase since this is a village, like I said earlier. And what I'll do now is that I'll speed up this process until we gain around, say, 20,000. So, So another thing you can do, whilst you look at this, there should be rumors as well whenever you visit a town. This will sell high at Lyseron, and wherever that was, it was down there. So every time you visit, you will actually see rumors, and usually they stay the same. But what we do in the beginning, since we just started, we just scout around. As well as we're scouting, we buy low and sell high. And since this is the beginning, we're not in a faction, we're neutral to everyone. You can still do this later in the game. It's a very fast way to actually make a net profit. The thing is that later in the game, when you usually have joined a faction, it can be a bit tricky because you might be at war and stuff like that. So keep that in mind. Here's what I said about the cows. This is great. This costs 96.
One eternity later.
So you see now we have 21k. We're actually building up our empire slow and steady. What we're gonna do now to keep a daily income is that we're going to first check whatever town we want to do it in. Right now I'm doing it right here in Epicorate, whatever. So we're going to trade, and we watch here what trade good is actually the highest trade good. Let's see, we have pottery is pretty high. Hide's pretty high, both of these are okay. So we see pottery is expensive as heck in this town. So what we'll do is that we'll go to the town, walk over to one of the shops. Okay, we're in the town now, and if we press the Alt key, we'll see where everything pops up here, and we'll go over to the smithy. It's the closest one. So we'll just walk over here. And this is what we'll do. We go over to them, talk to them. I would like to buy this workshop. 14k, no problem. That's what we've been farming for. So now we're investing. That's what we're doing right now. And as we saw, the pottery shop produced one of the most expensive trade goods in this town. So what we want to do is that we want to be a pottery shop, so we create that expensive item. Yes. Now this will slowly every day net us an income, which has to build up a little bit, but it goes pretty fast, like 1 or 2 days. And now we just continue a bit as we did earlier, with actually just buying low, selling high. See already we got 122 gold right there from the first day straight off, and we'll just continue this. And then when we get up to around 20k again, I'm gonna show you the next step. Okay, what we see now is that we yet again is up at 21k. This time it went way faster just because we have this right here, which net gains us around 200 each day. This is why we invested that money earlier. Otherwise we would have had 40k around now, but you know, investing just to keep it always going up. And now we're going to do the even bigger investment. Talk to this guy, because he's a merchant. Just talk. And what we're going to do now is to purchase a caravan. And that's 15k. And we are going to assign our companion to that role right now. 56 days have passed for Scrooge since he started to get his monies. And during these 56 days, we have managed to get one workshop and one caravan. And we're at 6,000 dinars. So this is an investment around 40k. What we're gonna do now, just for their thing, is that we're gonna cut right here. And then I'm gonna come back. And then I'm gonna show you how many days I just sat here and waited. So I'll see you guys soon. And we'll see how much money I make in a few days. And now you see we've passed just 50 days later from this save right here. We had 6,000 gold. We've just been sitting still for 50 days doing nothing, and around every day we get around 1,000 gold or dinars back. So after 50 days after just sitting still, we are at 43,000k.
Wow!
And that is just from sitting still. We did not trade anything at all, and all we had was one caravan running around and one shop. Bear in mind now, during these 50 days where I was just sitting here waiting for my gold, to play this game normally, you can still invest, buy more workshops, buy more caravans, and have a higher net gold each day. You will have an army, but the army should be around 400 each day, so you should still have a gain positive from this. And if you ever lose a fight and you get taken prisoner and you lose a lot of money and stuff like that, or you have to buy something, you can just go out and do one of these trade runs again. They don't take too much time, and that it should be like 5 to 10k each run. That's just done with money. So what we've done now, we've gained money from just sitting still, and this is one of the easiest way and the best way to get money. You can always like go out, have big fights and stuff like that, and you'll still gain a lot of money. But this is one way when you focus on money. So as you saw earlier in the video when we were just doing trade runs, when you play the game normally, you can still stop at each town, go into the arena, and join the tournaments if there is any tournament, and just do normal quests from villagers and do the main quest where you do this. You can still do these things when you're doing the trade runs. What we did now was just focusing on the money. So what we have learned today is that we want to always buy low, sell high for the trade runs, and then when we get a little bit of cash, we want to buy caravans and buy workshops. These 3 simple steps will take you from the little old beggar to Butterlord Shad. So that's how you make money in this game. Thanks so much for watching this, and see you guys later. Bye!